right, welcome back. Number one Cochran Sports Showdown. What happens in the commercials stays in the commercials. We're talking about the Steelers right now. They just came out with their schedule. The whole NFL is out. There's going to be Christmas Day games. You got New Year's Eve games. And you also have 2 Thursday night games. Jeff Hathhorn, do you like this schedule?
No holidays.
No
I love
holidays,
this schedule.
yes, for the first time
love
in
this
how many
schedule. I think it's very fair. I think the longest road trip they have is the first road trip where they go to Las Vegas and then Houston. And that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, all their Thursday night games, they have a home game the Monday before.
Right.
Like they've been taken care of. Maybe you could argue the bye week could be a little later. You would like that, but other than that, I think the schedule sets up. Even though the end is tough, I think the schedule overall is very good.
Oh, you would sign up for this schedule in blood. Are you kidding me? You've got Indy, you've got Houston, you've got Vegas has some talent. You have, who else am I missing?
Rams,
but the Rams could be better than
Rams
you think.
could be better.
San Francisco's a tough game.
San Francisco's
right
a tough
off the bat.
game. There's no doubt. But it's littered with games they should win, where they're going to be favored. Like Jeff said, 2 Thursday night games. They don't have to travel the previous week or for the Thursday night game itself. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
2 of those? Yeah. So overall, I think it's the 25th most difficult schedule in the league. I sign up for this in a second.
I don't know. I mean, as somebody who's going to be getting home at 3 o'clock in the morning after those night games, I'm not that thrilled with it. But I guess it's better than,
Thursday night on the road.
It's better than cities that have 1 o'clock Sundays all year. I do think the end is, I think anything that happens before December 5th is just sort of whatever. And then I think we're going to find out after. Like that, the whole season that's what we're going to remember good or bad it started, doesn't matter. I think, and the division is going to be really, really good. Everybody talking about the NFC East. I think this probably will be the most competitive division in the league.
And I think it stunk last year not playing Baltimore until week 14. At least you have that. I know Cincinnati is, I think, week 12 and then towards the end. But
backloaded. But I thought the NFL, the AFC West was the hardest last year before the season started. It turned out to be one of the worst.
I didn't mention Arizona. I forgot to mention Arizona. You gave every team, put 5 teams on a piece of paper that you want to play. The Steelers got at least 3 of them with Houston, Arizona, and Indy. Not to mention Green Bay. We don't know what their quarterback situation is like. We mentioned Vegas and the Rams. They could have a bunch of terrible teams on their schedule.
Jeff, let me ask you about the opener. You got San Francisco coming here. A good team, multiple weapons on offense. You also have Joey Bosa opposite whomever's at left tackle. Who should it be at left tackle?
Broderick Jones. I know it's going to be a tough first game, but he's the guy that you traded up to get this guy. He starts day one.
We just talked about Henry Davis. There's no place better to learn than at the highest level. I think this kid's ready to step in. And if he has a tough
and you have Darnell to help him. Maybe you have Darnell there to help him.
If he's getting crushed, bring in Dan Moore. Live to fight another day.
If somebody was out there with Jeff this week, it's hard to judge these guys, but outside of just the way they look physically, but he looks like a dude that is. Broderick looks like, and Darnell. If you put plaques on a rack and stretched them out. That's the thing. I thought he was going to
same number.
I thought he was going to be bigger, wider. It is crazy, how not, he's skinny. He's a skinny dude.
All right.
And he can move. He can move a little.
Joe, when I look in this draft, there are a lot of people out there who say the Steelers got 2 steals. Number 1, they got Darnell Mount Washington.
Yeah.
They also got Corey Trice. So of those 2, who do you think will make a bigger impact?
Early, it'll be Washington, for sure. At least with blocking, which he seems to revel in. That's what he seems to love to do, is block. Plus, in the red zone, you just throw up a 50-50 ball to him. I think
got a basketball team, Gentry. If he plays 6'8",
might be the best basketball team in the AFC North, Bob. But Trice, long term, I think could be good. But Washington for me.
Washington for me too. I think he is going to be. They discussed it. He wants to do it. I think there's more there as far as receiving than what he showed in college. He had 45 receptions on 50 targets. Who has a catch percentage like that?
He averaged 17 plus a catch. And at that size, that is, that's moving for a big boy. And
Will he be healthy? What did you
I'm more worried about Freiermuth, to be honest with you. That's why I think he might have the more immediate impact because, look, we love Freiermuth, but look, he's been dinged up. He's got a couple concussions already, 2, 3. You just worry about if he gets hit one time. So I think that's why I think Washington might have a more immediate impact because I think he's going to get more playing time.
And to your question, Joe, it's hard to tell because they're going through half speed and no pads.
Right. They only have so many practices also up there at training camp in July when they start. I have about a minute and a half. Who's under more pressure, Joe, in this offense? Is it Matt Canada, Kenny Pickett, and Najee Harris? And I realize 2 of those 3 are going to have jobs no matter what. But
right.
Who's under more pressure to try to put together the right offense?
It's always the quarterback. I mean, we're talking about the job itself, like keeping your job. It's Matt Canada for sure, but it's always the quarterback to me who's under the most pressure. He's going to be, people around the league aren't going to be looking and saying, what's wrong with Matt Canada if Kenny Pickett's not playing well?
How
They're
about
going to be looking at Pickett.
It's not very good. They've seemed to have put everything in place to have this run game really thrive, right?
Yeah, but I still think the guy calling the plays, when we get after the post games and on Tuesdays and on Thursdays, it's going to be all about Matt Canada. I just think Kenny will get a pass. Kenny's still growing. It's his second year. Najee can only go to where the holes are. He can only get the touches when the plays are called for him. That is up to Matt Canada, and I think that's the guy that we're going to be talking about.
And I think, Joe, nationally, it'll be pointed at Kenny Pickett, but locally, it's going to be on Matt Canada. And you know what? This is the best talent he's had in the 3 years he's been here. Mm-hmm. Let's see what he can do with it. If he is indeed a good play caller, and maybe he didn't have the people, I think he's got, for the most part, the people. Maybe another receiver would be better, but they're pretty talented.
They got a lot of talent. There's no question. When we come back, we're going to talk about Bob Huggins. That's Will Graves' alma mater down there in West Virginia. He got 3-game suspension and other stuff. Should he have gotten more? Should he have gotten less? We'll talk about it next right here on the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown.